Hi and welcome today. My name is Aaron Lamb and I'm a Senior Application Chemist at Thermo Fisher Scientific UK. Today I have great pleasure to introduce you to two new products within the Exploris family. These are the Thermo Scientific Orbitrap Exploris GC and the Thermo Scientific Orbitrap Exploris GC240. So I'd now like to give you a tour of the new Orbitrap Exploris GC240. The first thing that you'll notice is the reduced size of the overall platform. And starting with the Thermo Scientific Tri-Plus RSH, we have a very high flexibility in terms of sample throughput. Let's follow a sample through the overall process. So firstly we can do a combination of either liquid injection, headspace injection or steamy arrow for instance. And injections occur into the GC here. So on the top we have this modularity with instant connect modules. These modules, so including inlets, detectors, can be changed in the matter of minutes. And this gives you the ability to swap quickly between configurations and increase lab throughput. And looking down to the GC itself, we can see the interface. This allows us to change oven temperatures, change the inlet temperature. We can do a leak check. We can use the quick reference guide to assess what the optimum depth for installation of the column into the inlet or different detectors. And also there's an entry log which is great for analytical science labs to note when they've changed liners and septa, etc. Inside the GC oven, a key difference between the previous Orbitrap and the Exploris models are that the interface of the transfer line is now within the GC. So this really makes changing of columns much more quicker and easier. Below the GC we have a new sample, a new drawer, and this allows us to store our bits and bobs, so many different consumables for GC. This is really handy. And coming over to the Orbitrap Exploris itself, we notice the interface. So this tells us the status of the instrument, so we can see whether the vacuum is in a good state, or the filament itself, it will tell you whether it needs changing. And you can also see whether the instrument is scanning or just in a standby or ready state. So as you can see at the moment, everything is green, so everything's looking good. And coming over to this section, this is the vacuum probe interlock, VPI for short. This allows us to do vent-free column change using a source plug, so we can do vent-free source removal. We can also change between EI and CI modes of ionization. So this allows us to increase basically the amounts of samples we can run because we don't have to have a lot of instrument downtime. On top of the Orbitrap itself, we can see a viewing port, and you can see the inner parts of the mass specs of the source, and I'll come back into more detail about that. And the Orbitrap Exploris GC240 and the Orbitrap Exploris GC also have this Orbitrap technology, and the Orbitrap technology is where the detection happens. So this is the detector in essence, and it allows us to run in very high resolution modes. So high resolution up to 240K mass resolving power, and this is all can be done in full scan with high sensitivity as well. So we get all of that structural information as well as the high sensitivity for not only quantitative but qualitative analysis. So thank you very much for listening to today's demonstration. If you would like to know more information, you can visit our company webpage. Thank you.